Hey guys, my name is Nogan and welcome to my Python series. I hope you guys are doing good. So in today's video, we are be focusing on um, data types in Python and how we can define them and how we can use them in Python also. If you guys haven't watched the previous video, um, on the current top day, we spoke about like Python variables, just like how to define a variable in Python. And also how variables have been stored in Python eventually, like in memory and so on. We specified a few things there. We declared a few variables, but we didn't define them properly in terms of their data type respectively. We only use them there as like a means for understanding how to declare variables in Python with initialization, of course, there, which makes much more sense. Now in today's video, we'll be focusing again on variables, but now we're going to be adding something new to it, which means like how to change its data type, which means the type of data has been stored in memory fundamentally. So now in here, you guys are seeing this empty workspace here in Python. So we're writing our few variables today, but with different types. So fundamental now, Python is built in data types. Now in programming, data types is an important concept, generally very important, because variables can store data of different types, and different types can do different things fundamentally. Now Python has the following data types built in by default, which is important. It has text type, which is like for string variables, numerical type for integer, float, and complex. Those are for arithmetic purposes eventually. Sequence type, which is going to be list, tuple, and range. Now the sequence types of data types, these ones will go in depth in upcoming videos about how to define them deeply, how to compare them both, also to differentiate between what is a list and what is a tuple by definition. Now mapping types also, these are not like a dictionary or directory, like something that now is consistent. You'll see how we declare them in a few moments. We have the set types also. Just type them here to make it much more easy. So we have the text type. We also have a numerical type. We have a sequence type. Let's make this. Sequence type, and also mapping type. We have a set type. So these are like different types of like data types. There's a possibility they can be used in Python eventually. We have a boolean type. We also have binary type. So these guys are very important, but for now we're going to be declaring a few examples of these that are here fundamentally, because this is like the data types that are possibly can be used in Python eventually. Each one of them is like their own use cases. As I mentioned, the sequence one here will have a list and also tuple, but these ones will tuple. So these ones will, and also range. We'll go in depth with them like in upcoming videos about what is a list, what is a tuple by definition and stuff. But today we just try to understand what is data type in Python and how we can declare them deeply with an understanding, of course. So fundamental now here, when you're declaring like variables in Python, as I mentioned, let's declare a few variables first. Let's say a initialize to hello. Let's say hello Peter. Awesome. Let's say in B, our next variable, let's declare it to 20. As you see right now here, what we're doing here right now, we're doing the same thing we did in the previous video where we declare only a variable. Now when you declare a variable there, we didn't specify any type of variable by definition. We didn't specify any type. We just declared a variable there. So fundamental today in this video, I want us today to use now keywords in Python to signify now the specific data type has been stored in the memory location of A here. So what you're going to do, because this is okay, because now the compiler races now this is an array. But how do we know We mentioned in a few previous videos, now we use a function to see something out. But now here, let's say for example want to declare this now with a specified variable type, data type. So what you can do, you can say now here str ne, in here say now hello Peter. So fundamentally now that becomes much more clear, because now the compiler knows by definition or by declaration now this variable is a string type, if it's making sense. So fundamentally now this becomes much more clearer for someone. If someone wants to read your code, say okay, no, this variable a here is of type string, and now it has been declared or initialized a variable, the string of hello Peter. Now b here, let's say also gonna be float, float, let's say 20. Let's say c again, float, let me make it 20.20. okay, let's say int 150. Okay, let's say d, this one it will be a complex. Here say 1, maybe I, is it 1j? Yeah, awesome. Declare also again, because now how many variables we have? We have eventually now 4 variables. Now currently here, oh no, what we're seeing guys here, we have 4 variables here. Now these 4 variables, as you can see, we initialize them again, but now this point on we just use something very specific, which means using the keywords to signify them now in the based on the type. Because right now here str is going to be using for string, which means it's going to be for string eventually, the string. So we try to simplify this by using this keywords here before to initialize now type of variable stored in this variable a here. And also for b, as you can see, we're storing now a number, but it's a floating point number or 20.20 in variable b. Same applies to c, also it's an integer, as you can see here, and also for d. So right now it becomes much more at ease and also simplified, as you can understand why we use a keyword to make sure that now our code becomes much more readable and understandable. Let's print this and see what we stored in our functions. So you can just say print a, give you the type eventually, or you can say print type, let's say of a, you see the type of a. Let's test this. If you go on top guys here, next to main on top here, the 2 buttons there for run and debug. What you can do, you can run your program and you can debug it in a way either. Known people want to debug your code first, sees any errors, but as you can see now the compiler doesn't register any compilation errors here. So fundamentally we assume the source code program is healthy. So what you can do now, you run the program. Awesome. So you guys can see right now here, we've been given a 2 output statements here, as you can see beneath here. The one says hello Peter, other one is a class string. So what is happening right now, the print type function, the type is also a built-in function by definition, which means retrieves now this type of data type stored in a class format, as you can see here in this square brackets here, in this less than equal sign brackets, as you can see after hello Peter, because now the type gives us now a specified output about where the data type is being stored in a class format, as you can see here. Awesome. So guys, as you can see now we are having something like this. Now let's try and get a few more variables that have different types. Let's declare right now here a list. We'll go about what is a list in a much more deeper video in upcoming videos. So let's say let me just say a list. Let's initialize the list also. Let me say apples, apple, and banana. Also cherry. range. Awesome. So guys, you can see now we declared now a list, and also let's add another few. Also let's declare a tuple also. Use the same variables also. Using apple, a banana, a cherry. Orange. Awesome. So guys, you can see we declared now two more variables here. These ones, like I mentioned, they are list and tuple. But how do we know that these are a list or tuple? Same thing also again here. When you're initializing this, what you can do, you can use now the function, like you can use now data type to specify this is a list or this is a tuple. What you can do, you can say list in front here, and put it now in brackets to signify this is not a list. Same applies also tuple. What you can do, you can use now the keyword tuple to signify as a tuple, as you can see here. So fundamental now data type is very important in program, because now it shows us that the data type is specific and it has a specific function. Because right now, before we just declared a list in the tuple, what we don't know fundamentally is a list or tuple. We are just assuming it. But can we just try and test to see if our assumption is on point? Let's use the print function again to see something here. Print function. Let me print a list. Yeah, a list. And see print again. Now type keyword again. Say a list again. Let's just see something. Now, what does happen now in line 9 and 10 here? I want to print the two functions, like use the two functions, print functions again, but now for the a list variable to see eventually. Will the compiler give us again an output of now define this as a list by definition, or what it is. So let's run the program again. As you can see, we're getting a compiler because why? The trackable most recent calls has to be like the, which means we need to like the b tuple, as you can see here in line 7 is in the model. So how do we resolve this? We do the following. Okay, so guys, now what we're gonna be doing now here is that let's try and diagnose our problem here first. So let's go to the debugger program here and see what is the issue with our code. Maybe there's a virus somewhere that is cursing us. Okay. Okay, so now the issue is the following, which means as you can see now our variable here of tuple and also its print type function here, right now there is a condition, because remember this is a list by definition, which means now the output here won't be specified because of this. What you can do is remove this function first here, and also tuple variable here be declared here. We have to include also parentheses for this function, because now we didn't include it like the list, as you can see here with this parentheses here. So what's going to happen now in tuple, include another open and close parentheses, then we can run a program and see. Awesome. As you can see right now here, our output is being given here as a range of this. But do you know if this is a tuple or a list based on the initialization here? But output gives us much more specified definition. See now this is a tuple or a range. So guys, we'll go in much more in depth in upcoming videos about how to define a few things more, because now remember I'm saving now the in-depth video of the tuple and also list in upcoming videos, how to differentiate those two initializations and how it can be used. So fundamental right now guys, as you can see here, we only have like a systematic program here, that's something specific. But again, we declared a few variables again on top here, but now this time we try to include some certain data type or keyword to signify them as their type by initialization and declaration upon design the program, as you can see here. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, don't forget to comment down below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, and welcome to the Nogan Army. Thank you very much. Enjoy your day.